Have you heard the latest buzz surrounding the Toronto Maple Leafs? Just when we thought injuries would derail the team's momentum, we have some incredibly positive news about a key defenseman who's been a rock in the lineup. As we dive into the details of this update, you won't want to miss how this player's presence could change everything for the Leafs this season. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay in the loop with all things Maple Leafs. Hey, Leafs Nation! Today, I've got some exciting news coming out of Toronto regarding our beloved Maple Leafs. Jake McCabe appears to be on the mend after suffering an upper body injury during our recent victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning. The good news? It seems he's avoided any serious setbacks and is likely to be available for our upcoming showdown against the Chicago Blackhawks. This is a huge relief for a team that has been navigating through a maze of health issues throughout November. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate just how pivotal McCabe has been for this squad. Since joining the Maple Leafs, he's truly transformed our blue line. With a fresh 5-year contract worth $22.55 million, it's clear that the organization sees him as a foundational piece moving forward. He's not just filling a spot, he's stabilizing our defense and reshaping our team's identity. His statistics speak volumes, but his impact goes far beyond the numbers. This season, he's averaging nearly 22 minutes of ice time per game, contributing 5 assists, 50 hits, and 46 blocks. That's some serious two-way play. What I love about McCabe is his ability to perform under pressure. He's proven time and again that he can handle the toughest assignments against elite opponents. His physical style of play makes him a force in front of the net and along the boards. And let's not forget last season when he recorded a career-high 8 goals and 28 points. That offensive upside is a nice added bonus to his already stellar defensive game. Let's talk about his leadership in the locker room. After being acquired before the trade deadline last season, McCabe quickly became a key player in our playoff push, stepping up in all 7 games against Boston. His presence has elevated his teammates, allowing stars like Morgan Rielly to play with more freedom, knowing they have a reliable anchor in the back. When you have a guy like McCabe, it's not just about the physical play, it's about the intangibles he brings to the table. With the Leafs extending McCabe's contract, they've made a clear commitment to building around a player who exemplifies defensive responsibility and versatility. This is a calculated move that should pay dividends as we continue to aim for postseason success. But here's where I want to hear from you, the fans. Do you believe this was the right decision? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, securing a player of McCabe's caliber is essential for our playoff aspirations, but on the other hand, can we rely on his performance consistently over the next 5 years? It's a balancing act, and I want to know what you think. The impact of these strategic moves cannot be understated. As we look ahead, our chances of contending for the cup hinge on how well McCabe can continue to perform at this level. The stakes are high, and the excitement is palpable. Are we on the right track? I want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about McCabe's role as a cornerstone of the defense moving forward? What are your expectations for the upcoming games? Share your frustrations, hopes, and everything in between in the comments below. The Toronto Maple Leafs are navigating a challenging season, but their recent performance is nothing short of impressive. After a 5-3 victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning, it's clear that this team is resilient. They've faced a barrage of injuries, yet young players and depth contributors are stepping up, proving that it's not just the stars who shine in tough times. We've seen the likes of Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and William Nylander carry the torch, but what about those unsung heroes? The call-up of young players from the Toronto Marlies has been crucial, especially with the recent injuries hitting the roster. These depth players may not always light up the score sheet, but they bring a workmanlike approach that's been vital. Their ability to contribute effectively on both ends of the ice has kept the Leafs competitive, and while they may not be the headline makers, Their impact is undeniable. The million-dollar question is, can they maintain this level of play moving forward? Secondary scoring will be paramount if the Leafs are to make a deeper playoff run, especially given their struggles in that area in past seasons. Nicholas Robertson broke his goal drought against Tampa, and boy, did he make it count. That goal reminded everyone of the offensive potential that made him such a promising prospect. Although he had a tough stretch with no goals in his last 12 games, his performance against the Lightning could be a turning point. With limited ice time last season, he showed flashes of brilliance even when he wasn't getting the minutes to find his rhythm. Can he keep this momentum going? If he can replicate that performance, he might just carve out a more significant role in the lineup as injuries continue to shape the roster. Chris Tanev, while not a young or depth player in the traditional sense, showcased why he's invaluable. Known more for his defensive reliability, Tanev had a rare 2-point night against Tampa, scoring his first of the season and proving he can contribute when needed. His defensive stats are impressive, 74 blocked shots so far this season, sitting second in the NHL. Tanev's willingness to sacrifice his body adds a layer of stability to the team's defense. As the Leafs head into a tough stretch of games, having someone like Tanev who can grind it out defensively while occasionally surprising opponents with his offensive capabilities is a huge asset. Then there's Joseph Woll, who continues to make waves. With 38 saves against the Lightning, he secured his 5th consecutive win and is proving to be a reliable option in net. With a goals against average of 2.13 and a save percentage of .923, he's showing he has what it takes to be a long-term solution for the Leafs. Woll has stepped up under pressure, especially with injuries impacting the lineup. Many thought his role would be limited this season, but he's solidified himself as a trustworthy starter. His calm demeanor gives the team a foundation to build on as they aim to tighten their defensive play. And let's talk about Matthew Knies. After missing 2 games with an upper body injury, he returned and made an instant impact, scoring and adding an assist. With 9 goals and 14 points in 21 games, Knies is becoming a vital part of this lineup. His combination of skill, size, and hockey IQ is impressive, and he's not afraid to go to the dirty areas to score. If he continues on this trajectory, we might be looking at a breakout season for him. So, can these young players continue to make a difference? The Leafs are showcasing incredible depth, and it's paying off during this stretch of injuries. As we look ahead, will this production hold steady with the expected returns of our star players? This recent run has shown that Toronto has the talent and tenacity to weather any storm, but it's going to take consistent performance from everyone. And you, what do you think? Was this a good strategy moving forward? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Are you feeling optimistic about the direction of this team? Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. And make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. Let's keep the conversation going about our beloved Maple Leafs.